person, but also your ability to earn money. There's a balance here of choices and values. What classes, what major, what things am I pursuing in order to live the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to? How many of you have some kind of gaming system? Xbox, Wii, you name it. Did you pay for it? Good. How'd you get it? Do you have a job to do it? Right? Okay, so think about the things that you want in your lifetime. Do you want to take, if you ever have children or a family or just yourself, you want to travel to Europe? What do you want to do with your music? How are you going to finance it? So some of the decisions that you need to make right now about classes, and as a registrar I care about that. I need to make sure that departments are offering up classes so everybody can get into the class that you need in the right timing of it. UMD has some work to do there, at least from what my analysis is. And I know that students are saying that all over the place. But part of it also is UMD students don't make very good choices sometimes. Advisors tell you what to take and you go, nah, I don't want to do that kind of load. It goes to the priorities that you guys were talking about. Nah, I don't really want to do that now. I'll put that off to another semester. And all of a sudden you didn't realize it's the prerequisite for the course that you need for your major. So right now I just stand in front of you today and say, every time you make a decision to add a course, drop a course, flip-flop a course, I want to do this, I want to do this, because I don't want to wake up on Monday at 8 o'clock and take the course. I want to try to take it at 4, but oh, it's Phil. I'll just get on the wait list, and maybe I'll get it, instead of taking an 8 o'clock class, and making sure you're in. Every time I want you to think about it, of whatever is your, maybe it's a brand new instrument, maybe it's a new car, whatever it is that you value in life, I want you to make a decision with the same kind of level of research. Is this what I need? Is this what I want? Is this what's going to do me well? Or will I divorce myself in 4 years? Because you're not going to harm anybody else but you. College is the whole game. The whole game is about what you want to do with your life. I mean, you don't need to know. You probably have parents like mine are like, you need to have something with a job. I thought I was going to do early childhood family life education. That's what I thought I was going to do. I became a data systems analyst for all of Indiana University for 7 campuses, 110,000 students, and I designed information systems of how students registered. Farthest thing away from early childhood family ed, but you know what I used? I used communication skills. I learned the way, how do students learn? How do you book? How do you figure out classes? So for you, as a music major, you're going to go through a curriculum, but what else are you bringing alongside it? Are you going to be a music marketer? Better take some communication classes. You might want to take a couple business classes. Because maybe you don't make it in the orchestra that you want, or maybe you don't make it in the opera that you want to go to. What else can you do? What kinds of things and what kind of skills are you bringing alongside you? Because you're the best investment anybody's going to make. And the choices are you. And it goes back to what this group said today, on that balancing scale thing. What do you value? What motivates you? What gets you out of bed in the morning? Because the bottom line is you don't have to get out of bed. Nobody's saying. There's a whole bunch of those students we send home every single semester. Couldn't get out of bed, didn't go to class, failed, out. There's some policies out there. Get below a 2.0 in your first semester, bye-bye. I had a faculty member where I got into a big class bookend, and he said, look to the right and look to the left of you, because those 2 people will be gone. That was a crappy class my freshman year. But you know what? It was true. I'm not sure if we still have, those are called weed-out classes. Haven't been here long enough. I just came back in February. But you have to decide, is this the right place for you? What class is it that you're taking? Then the schedule comes into play as a registrar, that you go here and you go to class search. And you go, do I have the classes? Do I have the classes that I want? If you haven't, has everybody looked at class search yet? You go, okay, I'm going to plan for spring, but look, we have summer out there as well. Start looking ahead. Start looking at what's fall, and you go, well, if I take this class for spring, and I'm not taking summer because I have to go home and work because I don't have enough money to be here. That was my tale. I had to go home and work. But I can look at fall where they anticipate. What did they offer last fall? They're probably going to offer it again, unless it says it's a one-time. And that's where your advisor can help. Start owning your decisions. There's nobody here. There's no high school guidance counselor. You have an advisor, but it's not their job to make sure that you're successful. It's the thing that most college students forget. It's also the thing that will stress you out the most. It's yours. You don't want to practice, right? You don't have to. Anybody checking you? I was a hall director at Ball State. I had a dad who came to me and said, here's daughter X. You're going to make sure she goes to bed at 10 and you're going to wake her up in the morning, right? And I looked at him and I said, sir, there is nothing that I can do in the next 9 months that you haven't already done for 18 years. So I challenge you. What are the skills that you have? What are the choices that you're going to make? Have you planned your schedule yet? How many of you have planned your schedule for registration? Great. How many of you have planned 2 schedules? Good. Excellent. How many of you have planned 3? Because the bottom line is class is filled. Good. 3. No more. Or no less than. Because when you get to registration, classes are going to be full. You need to have, because it's not this, it's this. It's not like if you're going to buy a car and an instrument. Well, if I can't afford that one, right? If I can't get that guitar, that violin, or that whatever it is, what are my next best options down the line? This schedule builder. And you tell me if I'm over time, because I'll talk forever. How do I go back to? Here, schedule builder. It's a brand new tool. It's also a part of Grad Planner, which is on here. How many of you have used Graduation Planner? Great. Graduation Planner, you can use the online one. You can also use a piece of paper, like we used to do in dark ages. Grad Planner is just a piece of paper. How many know when I say that your bulletin year or your catalog? How many know what I'm talking about? Whoa. Okay, we got to talk about this.
I failed.
It's okay. It's okay. Keep learning. I'll teach you too.
Okay.
Okay, so when you come, are you all freshmen? Okay, fall 2012 is your bulletin year, your catalog year. You need to go here. You need to be over here. Course catalog. How many of you, did anybody play sports? Okay. Okay, I'll come to a music example. So in sports, if you played football, basketball, volleyball, track, there were some rules to the game, right? Okay, how many of you play Xbox, Wii? My daughter likes that Wii one where you're like slicing thing. There's some rules to the game. There's some rules to reading music, well, right? Generally, there are some rules. Now there's some people who like to break rules, right? Especially in music and art. It's okay. There are some rules to getting through college well, too. The catalog is your rules to the game. And if you want to, how many of you had the long-term goal of graduating? Good. I raised my hand because my goal is to get my PhD. So I have one, too. The catalog is your rules to the game. How can you play well if you don't know the rules? You're wandering around like a lost freshman. Stop that. Get your catalog. Figure out, okay, I'm going to be, I'll see if I can do this fast. You scroll down and I'm going to be a jazz studies. I don't know if anybody's going to be jazz studies. Yeah, cool, very nice. Okay, so these are your rules to the game. So what type of program is it? It's a baccalaureate, means a bachelor's degree. Required credits within the major. 93, notice within the major. There's also credits without, not outside of your major. Every bachelor's degree, U.S. institution required 120 credits minimum to graduate. So when you're going, I'm going to take these 3 and these 3, and it's simple math, add them up, have to have 120. Have to have 120 that follow the rules. So it might be larger than that. So how do you know? So you have to start reading your rules. So you read down what are the general requirements. Students must complete the liberal education program. Students must complete a minimum of 120. You must have 30 credits hour. Here are the rules to the game. Go find your rules before you register, and if you created that one plan 2 or 3, go check it out against the rules. Don't trust anybody's rules that have handed them to you on a piece of paper, because notoriously, some people, and often faculty, not this one though, will reach into a drawer and will pull out an old set of rules, because it's one they're familiar with. It may not be your set of rules. So that's a question as a student before you register, when you're meeting with an advisor, many times you go, now I'm in the 2012 catalog. Are these my rules? Because if they're handing you the one from '09, chances are it changed. There was only 3 programs that didn't change for fall of 12. Everybody else had a major catalog change of the rules. If you don't know the rules to the game, you're registering wrong. That's like you're looking for a Toyota and you went to the Honda store. Does that make sense? Okay, so a lot of times students, so here are the program requirements. Introductory courses, what's your music core, what's your major core? You're gonna follow down these rules. Have a copy of them inside of your schedule planner, wherever. May I borrow this? These haven't changed since 1988, just to let you know, so now you know what year I started. They looked exactly the same. That was really funny when I came back. Put it in the side of here. Put it inside the front cover, your rules to the game. You always have them with you when you're meeting with a faculty member anywhere that says, do I need to take this course? Do I need to take that course? You have the rules, because if you don't have the rules, you are not getting out of here in 4 years. Guaranteed. I will put money on it. And only bet on sure things. If you don't know the rules, you're going to spend more money and spend more time here. Now, we love to have you here. As your registrar, I will be watching over your transcript for as long as I'm here, and the registrars will watch it for life. It's your record, and you will watch your record for life. And protect it, and not let people who want to access it unless you give them your permission to do so. So, rules to the game. The other thing I just want to point out, if this is way too much reading for you, right, because you're just exhausted, there is a thing called these sample plans. Just be careful. Sample plans are a good way for people who don't like to read. But you know what? The fine details in the reading. Welcome to college. You are expected to read the fine detail. And if you don't, too bad. Give us more money. Is one way to look at it. But it's bottom line, it's your responsibility to own it. So at the point in time of registration, at a minimum, get your sample plan. Better yet, read the detail, then get to your advisor. Then say, here's what I think that I'm doing. Do you agree if this is the right plan? Because they have a wealth of experience. Somebody's been advising for, I still see faculty members I took classes from here. So I think after 20-some years, they know how to help people get through the program, okay? So use expertise when you can. But bottom line is you own it. And you're the best investment ever. It does seem like a lot of money. But you know what? Without it, there's not a lot of people hiring out there without a college degree. Some kind of college degree. So finish. Know the rules to the game. Get in there. Talk with your advisors. Any questions for me? And I know that I talked. Hold on.
Well, if you have any questions, we'll continue. That's part of what this class is for. We appreciate so much that you came and took time.